Welcome to our coverage of the Carolina Surfcasters Association October 2024 Surfcasting Competition. This is the final event of the year for the CSCA, and we are coming to you from Heritage Park in Windsor, Virginia. Both days of competition have seen high-pressure weather conditions and a stable yet slow northeast wind, topping out at 8 miles per hour. The casters in attendance are mostly of the Outer Banks surf fishing variety compared to the CSCA's South Carolina venue, so we will see an interesting contrast in equipment and techniques. Let's go down to the Yaki now, where newcomer Dee Burritt is setting up for her cast. Speaking of the Outer Banks surf fishing crowd, Dee is a member of a women's surf fishing team that frequently competes in tournaments on those beaches. Cape Point regular Rae Allen there, as well as Connor Brown, have been helping Dee navigate the world of long casting and conventional reels. This weekend seems to be a success for her. Foot by foot, she has worked her way out into the low 300-foot range with a standard overhead thump, as the British would say, and she's also experimenting with a ground cast. We caught up with Dee on Sunday to take a pulse on her experience this weekend. Through the magic of video editing, let's join Matt Tuers' conversation with Dee now. Yeah, thanks, Matt. I'm here with Dee Burritt. Dee, this is your first time at one of our events. From what I hear, one of your friends in the surf fishing world tipped you off. You're a member of the Blackbeard's Babes surf fishing team. But what prompted you to actually come out to one of our competitions and kind of get a learning experience out of it? I heard it was something that you saw on the beach at one of your competitions.
Yes, it was the men's team fishing right next to us. We're catching fish. We were not. And the difference is they were using all conventional reels and being able to pass way past the sandbar. And even though we've got some locals that are heavers, we couldn't get there. So that prompted me to invest in a conventional reel, which I had never thrown. And when I heard about this, I thought, hey, it's a great opportunity to go watch, learn, and boy, have I.
Yeah, great. And I know it can be overwhelming at some of our competitions. You're getting advice from all kinds of people, and all of it is super valuable. Is there one piece of information as far as technique that you picked up here this weekend that you think that you noticed is making a difference right away?
Well, with never really having experience with a conventional reel, everything from how to place my feet to the rod face, the reel facing me, and a lot of 45-degree angles, definitely. And I mean, I went from throwing it and then having bird's nest to being able to throw it over 300 yards, not yards, feet. So I'm happy with that because that's a huge improvement considering. So I've from everybody here was willing to give so much information that could take a newbie from not ever throwing one to actually getting it out and in no bird's nest. So I'm happy to be here, and I had a lot of fun.
Okay, excellent. We appreciate that and hope to see you at the next one.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, back to you, Matt. Rae Allen is back at the Yaki for his own cast. This is his first appearance in a surf casting competition. He has a similar stature to U.S. record holder Ryan Lambert and a sports background in common as well. It would not be unreasonable to bet on Bobby hitting 800 feet within 2 or 3 years if he puts the effort in. He's already gained 100 yards in a 2-day span and is currently casting close to 700 feet. Taking the advice of top casters at this event, Bobby has mostly adopted the off-the-ground cast for the weekend. Maybe it's from swinging a baseball bat in his high school years, but you can tell he has a good instinct for how to put the power behind that rod.
That's all right. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll let the reel have a little bit more play. I backed off the mag like one more turn. Such a favorable wind right now, right at our back.
I think that was nice.
This is Butch Lloyd. Butch is using a full tournament ground cast this weekend. He has got a nice, easy-looking trebuchet look to his cast, but don't be fooled. Butch is casting nearly 200 yards, taking a page from casting master John Holden's book of deceptively powerful casting. Congratulations are in order to Jordan Bray and his wife for the birth of their daughter a few months ago. Consequently, this is his first appearance this year at a CSCA event.
Yesterday afternoon.
Jordan is using a tournament-style ground cast, and you can see right at the hit that he really capitalizes on that body rotation and literally throws his weight behind that cast.
You're also throwing a fat line on your fishing reel. Right. Yeah, that reel doesn't count. It's yeah.
What's the name of it?
The Ambassador.
Is that it rebuilt?
Yeah. Yeah, this one's like tournament spec with like bearings and
That's a 900-foot rip.
yeah. It's
Matt Tuers, CSCA president, is up. He has had some nice-looking casts this weekend, slowly edging up to the 650-foot mark. Let's look at the replay there. You can see the work that Matt has done to focus on getting that foundation planted on the ground prior to the beginning of the body rotation here. This is Goddy Ferrer. He is a top East Coast surfcaster and also a rising social media star. Note the GoPro camera mounted on his rod. You can see Goddy's surfcasting and kayak fishing exploits on Facebook and TikTok under the handle Yak Machine. Let's check the slow motion here. It is yet another impeccable high swing pendulum cast with the 125-gram sinker. When you watch the curvature of the rod here, you can tell that the timing and power really come together on Goddy's casts. Connor Brown will finish out this round. He is yet another caster here this weekend who, despite unenviable wins, has had an excellent performance.
Is it a spinner or a conventional?
Convention.
yeah, I bought a 10-foot rod to try out Pompano.
There's Goddy trying to capture a line dump on video for his social media fans. Looking at the slow motion, it appears Connor has gotten into a groove with his high swing pendulum cast technique. Matt Tuers caught up with Connor between casts to hear about his progress firsthand. Let's go to that now. Yeah, thanks, Matt. Here with Connor Brown down at the casting court. Connor, we've seen a pretty good progression as far as distances from you. Lately, as far as technique, what have you been working on?
I've got some fine-tuning to do. My pendulum's still not perfect. Just now, over, I think, 7 months into working on the pendulum. So we just got some fine-tuning to do. I'm pretty happy with the progress so far, though. Seems to be making ground every tournament and just making small tweaks here and there.
Sure.
Whether it's feet placement or whatever. Just nothing's ever a perfect cast. So trying to make the perfect cast.
Right. Well, that's the right attitude. And you're, as everyone knows, well past that 775-foot threshold. Do you have any particular goals before you and the USA Surf Casting team are heading down to the Phipps Mare Long Distance World Casting Championships in April of 2025?
I'd like to be consistent, 800 foot across the board on 4 weights, little to no wind. I'd really like to get the 175 gram United States record before making it over there. It'd be nice to maybe hit 850, 860, somewhere up there before heading over. It's a different world over there. We don't know what to expect. So we're just going to take it one day at a time and prepare as best as we can.
All right, very good. Thanks, Connor. And if you are interested in finding out what happens when Connor and other American casters compete internationally, we encourage you to visit usaangling.org/surf-casting. On that page, you'll find a form where you can make your tax-deductible contribution to help the team pay for travel, accommodations, and entry fees abroad. And the CSCA would like to take a moment and thank our supporting businesses: Carolina Cast Pro and Cast Pro Series Rods, One More Cast, Breakaway Tackle USA, Surfcast Pro Shop, and Reel Custom Reels. As we close out 2024, we also want to thank our partner venues, as well as Connor Brown and all the other attendees who graciously assisted with venue setup and takedown throughout the year. The final scores have come in for the weekend. Let's turn to the scoreboard now to see where everything landed. A lot of this weekend's winners were by default, being that the AAA class happened to be the only class with more than one competitor, where Jordan Bray edged out new caster Rae Allen. Dee Burritt was the sole female competitor and proudly blasted past 300 feet. Butch Lloyd, Matt Tuers, and Goddy Ferrer put in solid performances in their respective classes, and Connor Brown was the overall winner of the event, with more mind-blowing distances in the 175-gram sinker category especially. That completes our coverage of the Carolina Surfcasters Association October 2024 Surfcasting Competition, as well as the 2024 CSCA season. Keep an eye on carolinasurfcasters.org for the release of our 2025 event schedule, as well as other surfcasting news. And if you appreciate our coverage of CSCA events and want to see more as they air, click like, subscribe, and the notification bell here on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Until next year, we are signing off.